Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Robert, and this is English 360. And I hope you are not too cold this morning because it is very, very cold. And I don't like the cold too much. I like the cold when it's 3, 4, 5 degrees. But when it gets like -1, -2, it's terrible because your car is frozen ice when you get in there. So this morning we're going to be talking about an interesting news from America, which is not election news, not Trump, but it's more to do with science. Do you know who Richard Branson is? Well, Richard Branson is a very famous multi-millionaire, billionaire, I don't even know, and he has the Virgin Atlantic as an airline. So if you've ever flown on a Virgin Atlantic, you know Richard Branson because he's the guy who's I think he's English, and he has kind of grey hair, and he's got a channel as well, the TV channel called Virgin. That's the name of the channel. So he has, what has he done? So basically what has happened is Richard Branson's Virgin rocket takes satellites to orbit. So basically his rocket has taken a satellite to orbit, which is good news for him, which is good news for a lot of people, because the more people you have who can do this, the more satellites you can get up there. But at the same time, there is a problem with too many satellites, but that's a different issue. So let's read the article. I'll just try to expand that a little bit, see if I can do that. No, can't. So Richard Branson's rocket company Virgin Orbit has succeeded in putting its first satellite in space. 10 payloads in total were lifted on the same rocket, which was launched from under the wing of one of the entrepreneur's old 747 jumbos. So a jumbo jet, that's interesting. Sir Richard is hoping to tap into, which means to tap into what is a growing market for small, lower cost satellites. So if you have a satellite, you want to take it into the orbit, Virgin Atlantic can do it for you, if you are that type of person. By using a jet plane as the launch platform, he can theoretically send up spacecraft from anywhere in the world. Of course, you don't need a special place to lift off from. So that's interesting as well. In reality, of course, his Virgin Orbit system has to be licensed in the locality where it is used, which at the moment is solely California. But there are well advanced plans to bring the 747 and its rockets to Cornwall, which is UK, in southwest England, for example. So that's the map where they launched from. California seems to be very advanced in all things space and technology. It's pretty good. So Sunday's success was a big fillip for Sir Richard's team, who had tried and failed to launch a rocket in May last year. That effort was thwarted by a breached propellant line feeding liquid oxygen to the booster's first stage Newton 3 engine. No such problems occurred this time. This modified 747, named Cosmic Girl, left space in California Mojave Desert at 10:50 PST to fly out over the Pacific Ocean. A little under 60 minutes later, cruising at 35,000 feet, 10,000 meters, the jet banked hard to the right, dropping as it did. So the 21-meter long rocket that had been clamped to its underside, within seconds, this booster called Launcher 1 had ignited its engine and climbed into space. Quite complicated. Correct deployment of the various spacecraft on board at an altitude of roughly 500 kilometers was confirmed a couple of hours later. A new gateway to space has sprung open, said Virgin Orbit CEO Dan Hart. That Launcher 1 was able to successfully reach orbit today is a testament to this team's talent, precision, drive, and ingenuity. So I can't speak this morning, must be all the rest of the weekend. So there you go, there is the rocket, and that's the Launcher 1 rocket, and that's the satellite somewhere in there. There you go, payload. And that is the view from a plane. So this is Sir Richard Branson sending a rocket up into space. So, did you have a good weekend? Did you rest, or did you go out? Well, we can't go out much because of lockdown. But on Saturday, I went to a park for a run after a long time, and it was interesting because it was a lovely day, and lots of people were out there, with or without masks, I must say. I reckon if you're running, then maybe you can take your mask off because it's very difficult to breathe. But if you are not running and you're just simply, walking around, I think you need to wear your mask in the park, because it's just like a street or an office. You're around a lot of people, and it's difficult to understand why some people take their masks off in the park, because I think it's important. There are lots of people and you can get infected, so it's very important that you put your mask on. Weekend, Saturday was a good day, but Sunday was rather cold and rainy, wasn't it? So it was drizzling, and a lot of people decided to stay home, rightly. I stayed home much of the day as well because I was recovering from my run on Saturday. It's really hard. I haven't been running very much lately, but if you have, you can leave a comment and tell me how it feels to run in winter for you. I have done some running in winter. I prefer it in winter than in summer, but many people like to run in the summer because it's warm weather, and you can wear lighter clothes, which is good. So this is January, basically. We are in 2021, a new year, and hopefully a better year than the last one. We're getting some vaccines through very soon. Optimistically, many people will be vaccinated, and the vaccine will work. I'm sure it will. There is no reason to think it won't. And slowly we will go back to our normal lives. Maybe not exactly like we were in the past, because obviously you learn from your experience. Too many people together always causes a problem. If it's not coronavirus, it's the cold or something else. So maybe we'll keep our distance a little bit. But the economy will go back, and that's the most important thing. Because if we can't start our lives again, then it's a bit of a problem. So before I go, let's look at the page of the BBC, the front page, and let's see what they are saying. There we go. This is the front page. EU and US demand release of poisoned Putin critic. Apparently, Navalny, when landed, was arrested, and I don't know what the charges are. So he is now under arrest, and the US and the EU want him to be released. Another sad news, kind of sad news. US-bound migrant caravan beaten back in Guatemala, so they are trying to stop the migrants from getting into the US, but violently. That's never good. There is a policeman in MAGA hat. What's the real story? Why is this policeman wearing a MAGA hat? They want to know. Apparently he coordinated with Trump supporters during the Capitol riot, but new video suggests it was part of a ploy, of a plan basically. Then there we go, the more news with coronavirus everywhere. Let's see what this is. This is just an advert. Here's a funny one. Trump baby balloon finds final resting place. So you might remember this balloon from Trump's London visit, and I think it was London, yeah. They made this big balloon to welcome him. Yeah, I think it was quite funny actually. And this is the news that we saw earlier. Richard Branson's rocket, and that's pretty much it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, smash a like button on the show, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel. This evening we are doing a talk show around 7 o'clock with a couple of people, and if you can, join us then.